I'll call the Marathon County Board of Supervisors to order. This first item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing. Following the Pledge of Allegiance will be a silent moment of reflection. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll have the reading of the notice, please.
The educational and adjourned organizational meeting of the Marathon County Board of Supervisors, composed of 38 members, will convene at the Marathon County Courthouse Assembly Room, 500 Forest Street, Wausau, on Tuesday, October 21st at 6 p.m., and the agenda was signed and posted.
Thank you, and I would like to request everyone please silence your cell phones or put them on vibrate as to not be an interruption to the meeting, and thank you for your indulgence. We'll move on to roll call and ask supervisors to please sign in. Thank you. I would like to welcome the visitors that we have with us this evening in the viewing audience and also those viewing online. So thank you for your interest in county government. We'll move on to standing committee chairs or designees. Any reports by standing committee chairs or designees? All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to item B8, a presentation to Jim Griesbach. We have distinguished Representative Brent Jacobson with us this evening. So Representative Jacobson, please.
Well, thank you, Chair, for having me.
Could you use it? Yes. Otherwise, it doesn't go out over the.
Thank you, Chair, for having me. Thank you, County Board members. It's good to see all of you again. I really wanted to take an opportunity. When I first learned that Jim was retiring, when he announced it at the Towns Association meeting I was at earlier this year, the first thing that came to mind for Senator Tomczyk and I, who were there that night, was we really wanted to find a way to recognize Jim for his really career service to Marathon County, his dedication to this county, to this community, and to his job. You know, Jim, I didn't get the opportunity to know him, obviously, his entire career. But during the time I was here on the county board, I was really impressed with everything he did for Marathon County Transportation. And, you know, that spans everything from worker safety to advancing technologies to improve and maintain our miles and miles of highway system in the county. And also, you know, his work in spearheading, trying to relocate facilities within the Marathon County Highway Department, having a long-range vision. And even up into within the last year prior to his retirement, Jim was still down in my office, and as he said, many other offices down in Madison advocating for central Wisconsin and Marathon County. So what I have tonight on behalf of the state of Wisconsin is I wanted to come and present a citation to Jim. And you know, a lot of people may think that citations like this we hand out frequently. I can speak for myself and some of the others on the citation tonight. That's really not the case. I like to save these citations for when we have an individual that's truly made an impact on the community, a contribution to it, and overall contribution to the state of Wisconsin. We are a very, very large county, and it's a very tremendous responsibility that Jim had. And so I just want to read the citation, which is brief, but I think really captures a career of dedication by Jim. Whereas James Griesbach has dedicated more than 35 years to public service in the transportation sector, culminating in his role as Marathon County Highway Commissioner. And whereas throughout his career, Mr. Griesbach has been an effective advocate for highway worker safety, has been at the forefront of integrating cutting-edge winter highway maintenance technology, and has successfully fostered strong professional relationships across agencies, organizations, and governmental bodies. And whereas Mr. Griesbach has demonstrated visionary leadership by spearheading the initiative to relocate Marathon County's Highway Department headquarters and shop facilities, ensuring more efficient operations, improved worker conditions for employees, and better service to the public. And whereas through his dedication, professionalism, and innovation, Mr. Griesbach has left an enduring mark on the people of Marathon County and the state of Wisconsin, earning the respect of colleagues, elected officials, and the public alike. Now, therefore, the members of the Wisconsin State Legislature, on behalf of myself, Calvin Callahan, Karen Hurd, John Spiros, Pat Schneider, and Senators Mary Felskowski, Corey Tomczyk, and Jesse James, hereby commend and thank Jim Griesbach for his many years of distinguished service, extend their best wishes for a fulfilling retirement, and recognize his substantial contributions to transportation safety, infrastructure development, and the well-being of Wisconsin residents. Jim, thank you and congratulations on a wonderful career, and it sounds like you're already enjoying retirement, so I'm glad to hear that.
I thought I was done. Thank you, Representative. I always felt it was very important to have this relationship with the representatives here in Wisconsin and actually in Washington also. I learned early on that if you want to get something to happen in Madison, you need to know the representative for your local representative. So I always took that opportunity to meet the representatives and have frequent conversations. Senator Bertowski would come to my office, I would say every 2 months about probably, and we'd have a chat. Jerry and the rest of the representatives always had an open ear. We always didn't agree on things, but we had that dialogue that we could discuss things. I appreciate this citation and all the work that you have helped me with here in Marathon County. And if you don't mind, Mr. Chair, as long as I got the mic. I also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge other people in this room, especially the administrators I got to work with. I worked with 3 great administrators dating all the way back to Mort. I had great administrators. I had great support. I had great county boards. I had great county chairmen. I had great people for back in the day when this used to be Highway Committee, going all the way back to Bob Wiesman, the relationships I built with the committee members and the support that I've always received from Highway and County Board. Been nice to get the highway shop a few years sooner so I could have got inside of it, but you know, we're getting there. So I'd like to thank Marathon County for all the support they give me, the opportunity to raise my family here in Marathon County, and it was a great career, and I appreciate every moment. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess I would like to express from the board a sincere thank you for 35 years of dedicated service. I know one of the things we talked, was mentioned was the visionary. Well, Jim was always visionary. When I was first elected chair, within the first day, he decided that he needed a new Stratford highway shop, and so he decided to burn that one down. And so that was with the first day of, within 24 hours of being elected chair. So I want to thank him for his vision, but really, realistically, the vision that Jim's had as far as the infrastructure that we have in Marathon County is second to none. I want to thank him for his dedicated service. So thank you. All right. Moving on to item C, consent agenda. Items C9 through C11. What is your pleasure? Motion by Supervisor Zhang and seconded by Supervisor Robinson. Any discussion on the consent agenda items? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote.
I'll ask Bob Governor Tony Evers sign an executive order to make
Chair Gibbs, my open meeting is not,
All right, if you want to give me your, Supervisor Mask, if you want to give me your vote
yes.
verbally? Yes. Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Marash? Supervisor Marash, aye. And Supervisor Ungerer?
Supervisor Unger here, aye.
Supervisor Ungerer, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is passed and is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to items D, appointments. Item D12, Library Board appointment.
Appointing Supervisor Aaron Greiner to complete the unexpired term, the 3-year term that expires December 31st, 2025, replacing Gary Gisselman.
Okay. Motion by Supervisor Robinson, second by Supervisor Curvelli. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask?
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Marash? Supervisor Marash, aye. Supervisor Ungerer? Supervisor Ungerer, you might be on mute.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is approved. Moving on to the D13, Wisconsin Valley Services Board, Library Services Board, excuse me.
Appointing the following individuals to the Wisconsin Valley Library Service Board of Directors to complete vacant terms as follows. Zoe Morning to complete a vacant term ending December 31st, 2026, replacing Tyson Kane. And Jane Neal to complete a vacant term ending December 31st, 2027, replacing Jessica Burnett.
Thank you. And I have a motion by Supervisor Vall and a second by Supervisor Radke. Any discussion on the appointments? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Marash. Supervisor Marash, aye. Supervisor Ungerer.
Aye.
Supervisor Ungerer, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried. Thank you. And we will proceed to our under ordinances from the Environmental Resources Committee, item E14, the Town of Knowlton rezone. Tim Vreeland on behalf of Ronald Hahn, ordinance 0-46-25. Motion by Supervisor Seefeld, seconded by Supervisor Ritter. Any discussion on the ordinance 46-25? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. And Supervisor Mask?
Aye.
Aye, Supervisor Mask. Supervisor Marash? Supervisor Marash, aye. Supervisor Ungerer?
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Supervisor Greiner, can you vote? Supervisor Greiner, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to item E15, the Town of McMillan rezone. David Filkowski for Rome Properties, ordinance 47-25. Motion by Supervisor Drabek, second by Supervisor Zhang. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask?
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Marash? Supervisor Marash, aye. Supervisor Unger?
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you. We'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. The item on the paper agenda, item E17, Town of Spencer rezone, David Kilty and Pam Kilty has been pulled. And we're then down to item E18, amend the Marathon County zoning ordinance to rezone lands within the towns of Brighton. Excuse me, we'll go back to item E16, Town of McMillan rezone, Tim Vreeland for the Franciscan Association of Divine Mercy, ordinance 0-48-25. Motion by Supervisor Marash and seconded by Supervisor Seubert. Any discussion on this ordinance? Again, ordinance 0-48-25. All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you. We'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Now we'll get to item E17 was pulled. Item E18 to amend the Marathon County zoning ordinance to rezone lands within the towns of Brighton, O'Plain, Hall, and Marathon. Ordinance 0-49-25. Motion by Supervisor Conway, second by Supervisor Ritter. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Hoppe. Got it. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to, from the Environmental Resources Committee, resolutions. Item F19, the Town of Texas proposed changes to the zoning ordinance. Resolution 68-25. Motion by Supervisor Drabek, second by Supervisor Marash. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Item F20 from the Environmental Resources Committee in the Town of Texas, Douglas and Bernadine Wilkie, rezone from RS 1-1/40 to C1, resolution 69-25. Motion by Supervisor Cavelli and seconded by Supervisor DeBrew. Supervisor Hoppe.
I just have a question. Can somebody explain, I read through this whole thing and didn't understand exactly what they're doing. Can somebody just tell me what it's about? Because it was like all these different things. I mean, parking lots and bathrooms and a workshop it just went on and on and on for like 100 pages. And I had a really tough time figuring out what I'm voting for.
We have on with us the zoning director, Shad Harvey. Shad?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So this one is essentially the public hearing on this particular one happens at the town level. The town of Texas is not county zoned. So this is a rezone process that they've handled the public hearing. It's kind of essentially a bit of I'll call it a formality. It's got to go through county board for final approval. Since the town of Texas is in charge of their own zoning, we don't really get a whole lot of specifics as far as the project that's related, just making sure that it's goes through the committee level to get approvals. Again, it's something that they've handled the public hearing on their end. So citizens and whatnot, if they want to make public comment, they do so at the town of Texas.
Again, the distinction is that this is a town-zoned town and not a county-zoned town.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask. Supervisor Mask has got the meeting manager working. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Will proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Item G from the Executive Committee, under item G21, Operation Greenlight for Veterans Recognition, Veterans 2025, Resolution 70-25. Motion by Supervisor Covelli and seconded by Supervisor Robinson. Any discussion? Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Supervisor Endres.
Aye.
Supervisor Endres, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on from the Executive Committee, item G22, a resolution on Crash Responder Safety Week, Resolution 71-25. Motion by Supervisor Marash and seconded by Supervisor Jensen. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
It worked for a little while. Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Endres.
Aye.
Thank you. Supervisor Endres, aye. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you. We'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Thank you. Moving on to, from Health and Human Services Committee, on item H23, a cooperation agreement for Community Development Program, Resolution 72-25. Motion by Supervisor Conway, seconded by Supervisor Arstead. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. And Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Thank you. Supervisor Endres.
Aye.
Supervisor Endres, aye. Thank you. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you. And we'll proceed. And the motion is carried. Moving on to Human Resources, Finance and Property Committee and Infrastructure Committee. Item I-24, resolution to amend the highway budget by $760,541. Resolution 73-25. This is an amendment. This does require a 2/3 majority vote. Motion by Supervisor Jensen and seconded by Supervisor Poole. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Endres.
No.
Supervisor Endres, no. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you. We'll proceed. And the motion is carried, but it is not unanimous. Moving on to item J, memorials, item J25.
Life and Public Service of Ken Day. Ken Day passed away on September 16th, 2025 at the age of 78. Ken was born in Wausau on May 23rd, 1947 to the late Lawrence and Florence Day. He earned a PhD in higher education administration from UW-Madison, which led to a position as director in the North Central Technical College system, both in Antigo and Wausau. Later, he was an administrator for the Wausau Aspirus Hospital until his retirement. In 1969, Ken married Linda Haupt in Wittenberg, and together they raised 2 children, Shannon and Brandon. Ken could often be found outdoors, either spending time at his Christmas tree farm or hunting. He was also an avid woodworker and was a member of the Wisconsin Woodworkers. Ken's legacy of public service is vast. He most recently served as chair of the Inclusive Foundation Board. He was appointed to the Marathon County Board in 2001 and then was elected for 7 more terms representing District 7. During those years, he was appointed to the Finance and Property Committee, Health and Human Services Committee, Education and Economic Development Committee, Technology Committee, the NTC Board, and the Board of Community Care of Central Wisconsin. The common theme that runs through many of those appointments and even through his career is that Ken was people-focused. Ken is survived by his wife of 56 years, his 2 children, 5 grandchildren, siblings, nieces, nephews, and many other relatives and friends, in addition to countless others touched by his life of service. In the passing of Ken Day, we have lost a faithful leader who was dedicated to serving his community in numerous ways. He is hereby honored and remembered for his faithful public service. Now therefore be it resolved by the Marathon County Board of Supervisors that they enter this memorial into the proceedings of the board out of respect for the memory of Ken Day. A copy of this memorial shall be sent to his family with the sympathies of the board.
All right. What is your pleasure? Motion by Supervisor Zhang and seconded by Supervisor Robinson. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask.
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Endres.
Aye.
Supervisor Endres, aye. Supervisor Unger.
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. And we'll proceed, and the motion is passed, and it is unanimous. Out of respect and courtesy to Mr. Ken Day's life and service, we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you. Moving on to item J26. Laverne Grunewald.
Life and public service of Laverne Grunenwald. Laverne Grunenwald passed away on September 30, 2025 at the age of 87. Laverne was born in Merrill on December 10, 1937 to the late Edward and Ruth Grunenwald. In 1964, he married his wife Marilyn in Hamburg, and they were married for 57 years until her passing in 2023. They loved traveling together, especially following their grandsons to all their sporting events. Laverne honorably served his country in the Army in Vietnam. He was a member of the American Legion for over 35 years and was able to go on the honor flight in 2023. He owned Russ Heating in Wausau and then worked at Wausau Paper for 25 years. He was an avid baseball fan, having played and coached on Marathon County Little League teams. He stayed involved in Wausau Youth Baseball for over 30 years and was inducted into the Wall of Honor in 2023. Laverne was elected to the Marathon County Board in 2006 and served the people of District 38 until 2014. During his time on the board, he served on the Forestry and Recreation Committee, the Environmental Resources Committee, and the Health and Human Services Committee. He was also a longtime volunteer at the Wisconsin Valley Fair. Laverne is survived by his 2 sons, Stephen and Greg, 2 grandsons, siblings, and many nieces, nephews, and other relatives and friends. In the passing of Laverne Grunenwald, we have lost a faithful leader who was dedicated to serving his community in numerous ways. He is hereby honored and remembered for his faithful public service. Now therefore be it resolved by the Marathon County Board of Supervisors that they enter this memorial into the proceedings of the board out of respect for the memory of Laverne Grunenwald. A copy of this memorial shall be sent to his family with the sympathies of the board.
Thank you. What is your pleasure? Motion by Supervisor Robinson and seconded by Supervisor Greiner. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Supervisor Mask?
Aye.
Supervisor Mask, aye. Supervisor Unger?
Aye.
Supervisor Unger, aye. Thank you, and we'll proceed. And the motion is carried and is unanimous. Also, out of respect for the life and service of Laverne Grunwald, we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you. We'll move on to item K, miscellaneous business, announcements and or requests. Any announcements and or requests? So many of you have not had the pleasure of the new corporation counsel. He's now been on duty, well, 2 days. We have with us Brian, and I would like to, Brian Desmond, and let him have an opportunity to introduce himself to the board and a little bit about himself.
Well, good evening. Wait, got to push the button. I'm learning. See, it's only day 2. Good evening. I am Brian Desmond. I took over as corporation counsel here. As I said, started yesterday. I have over 20 years in government service in a corporation counsel's office. I can tell you that I've seen a lot in my days, and I'm probably going to learn a heck of a lot more as we keep going on. I hope to provide real good service to this board, to your constituents, all the department heads. I like what's going on so far, so hopefully this will work out for all of us into the future. So I thank you, and thanks for putting your trust in me, and you'll be seeing me here for quite some time, I hope.
So it's obvious that he hasn't really met everyone because he's been here. He came to work today. So, but I thank him, and we look forward to working with Mr. Desmond also as our corporation counsel. One announcement: the Western Towns Association meeting is scheduled for October 30th at 6:30 p.m. A light lunch will be served at 6:30. The meeting will start at 7. That's going to be, it's hosted by the town of Frankfort, and it's going to be held at the Country Air on Highway 97. So just that announcement. Any other announcements or requests? All right, seeing none, the next item on the agenda is item K28. What is your pleasure? Oh, motion by Supervisor Seefeld, seconded by Supervisor Robinson to adjourn. It is not debatable. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We stand adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Here are yours.
All right.
Done that fast.